Have you ever looked back at who you were just last year and thought, that's a completely different person? Like you're evolving so fast that even you can't keep up? Well, if you felt that, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to dive into this feeling of emotional lag and figure out why it feels like we're all changing at light speed.
It's a really weird modern feeling, isn't it? This whole idea that we have to constantly reinvent ourselves. It feels like every single year, we're not just setting a few new goals, we're basically downloading a whole new personality.
And this is the big question, right? It's that feeling of shedding your old skin at a pace that just feels unnatural. You see a photo from a year or two ago and you're just like, who was that? It can honestly be pretty disorienting. So what's really going on here?
Well, it turns out the answer might have less to do with us and a lot more to do with the world around us. We're living in this age of constant acceleration, and it's putting all of us under this incredible pressure to adapt all the time.
I mean, just think about the speed of it all. One minute, some new idea or trend is absolutely everywhere you look. The next, it's gone, it's old news. And this isn't just about fashion, it's about the very ideas we use to build our lives. And right on the heels of those trends come all these new expectations for who we're supposed to be, how we should work, how we should connect with people, even how we're supposed to relax, you know? The finish line for what it means to live a good life just keeps moving. All of this creates this sort of constant low-level buzz of pressure in the background of our lives. You've got to stay relevant, you've got to be productive, you've got to optimize every last second of your day. It's exhausting. So what's the result of all that? We end up trying on new identities, like we're trying on new outfits. There's the side hustle you, the mindful meditating you, the politically engaged you. Each one is just a reaction to a world that will not stop shifting beneath our feet. And this is where it really hits home. Because when the world moves this fast, so do our lives. Friendships that used to feel like everything can just fade away as our priorities change. Habits we worked so hard to build a year ago might feel completely pointless now. And even the biggest dreams we had can get swapped out for new ones. All of this constant change creates this really fascinating tug of war. It's not just a struggle with the outside world, it's a battle happening right inside of us. Okay, so here's the absolute core of the problem. Our logical, rational minds, they are amazing at adapting. We can understand, okay, I need to learn this new skill for work, or it makes sense to move to a new city. But our emotions, they're not built that way. They move slower. They're connected to our memories, to our past, to our sense of who we are. They just can't keep up with the sprint our minds are forced to run. And that gap, that lag between our fast-moving minds and our slow-to-catch-up hearts, that's what creates this deep feeling of being disconnected. You feel cut off from the person you used to be, but you haven't fully emotionally arrived as the person you're becoming. It just leaves you floating in this weird, uncertain space. So, what if we've been framing this whole thing wrong? What if this feeling isn't some personal flaw, but actually a symptom of something much, much bigger? And this right here is the biggest takeaway. This might not be about you being unstable or flaky. It's not a character flaw. It's a perfectly normal response to a world that is moving at an abnormally fast pace. This isn't your problem to solve alone, it's a shared condition of being alive right now. You're not the one spinning out of control, you're just trying to stay balanced on a planet that's spinning faster than ever before. So where does that leave us? This rapid change isn't all bad, right? It forces us to grow, to learn, to be more resilient than we ever thought we could be. But it also creates a pretty deep paradox, which brings us to our final idea. And that's the strange deal we're all living with. All of this constant motion creates these amazing opportunities for personal growth. Seriously, we're learning and experiencing things at a rate no other generation has. But, at the same time, it creates so much confusion about who we are and where we fit in. So I guess the real question for all of us is, how do we lean into all that amazing growth while still finding a way to feel grounded in all the confusion?